Football is back and not a moment too soon. Let's welcome in our John Breech. All right, so we obviously know what the Hall of Fame game is all about. This is the first NFL action of the year. The Oakland Raiders, they're looking to build on their success from last season. It was a year mixed with adversity, and they're taking the field with their new head coach and Josh McDaniels. So give us a storyline to keep an eye on for Oakland.
Jenny, I think that is the storyline. It is Josh McDaniels. Not only is it his first game as a head coach on a sideline in more than 10 years, but we get to see him on the sideline for the Raiders, and it's a homecoming game for him. Josh McDaniels went to high school in McKinley, Ohio. He played his high school football games on the same stadium where he will be coaching tonight. So, I don't think you'll hear a lot of NFL head coaches say that a preseason game means a lot to them. But I have to think this game does mean something to Josh McDaniels because his family is going to be there. This is where he grew up. I have to think he wants to win this game. And plus, you know what? You can't really watch starters playing in the Hall of Fame game because there won't be a lot of them on the field. But you can watch, get at least a small taste of a coach's coaching style. And so this is the first time where we will get that small taste of what Josh McDaniels is going to do on the field and kind of his game time decisions. So I'm excited to see Josh McDaniels coaching tonight.
Yeah, I think Vegas fans are excited to see that too. We'll see what he has to bring to the table. Now you look at the Jags embarking on a new journey of their own with head coach Doug Peterson there. Tasked to get Trevor Lawrence and the Jags set on the right path. What should we be looking for when it comes to Jacksonville?
Yeah, there aren't a lot of starters playing tonight, but there is one competition anyone can watch without all 22 film, and it's Jacksonville's kicking competition. Look, 12 months ago, the Jaguars preseason started with Urban Meyer allegedly kicking his kicker before a preseason game. And now here we are 12 months later. It's not quite a train wreck, but the Jaguars kicking competition is pretty interesting. A kicker's already been cut because he was so bad during training camp last week that he actually hit someone in the head with an errant field goal. You never want to see that. But right now you have Ryan Santoso, you have Elliott Fry. Those are the two guys battling it out. And you know what? I don't think anyone necessarily win a job tonight, but they might lose one. If one of those guys goes out and misses 3 field goals, he probably is not going to make the team. So anytime Jags line up for an extra point or a field goal, you should have your eyes peeled because these guys are kicking for their jobs.
That's such a really good point. These two teams also, they're going to be playing each other in the actual NFL season week 9 in Jacksonville. So we know better than to expect the stars and the main characters in action tonight. Give me a backup player to keep an eye on for the Raiders.
Yeah, one guy for the Raiders that'll be really easy to keep an eye on is quarterback Jarrett Stidham. Look, one of the reasons preseason games are kind of low scoring and slow is because you have a quarterback trying to learn a playbook or a backup quarterback and they don't really know the offense. Well, guess what? Jarrett Stidham does know the Raiders offense because he spent the last 3 years in New England with Josh McDaniels. McDaniels liked Stidham so much that he went out and made a trade for him, and that is why Stidham's in Las Vegas right now. So I'm kind of very interested to see how well he knows this offense. I think the Raiders might be able to move the ball better than expected because Stidham has 3 years of experience in McDaniels' system.
I'm going to ask a similar question for the Jags. Who's a player that we should watch out for tonight?
Yeah, we have no idea how many starters can play for the Jags. We know Trevor Lawrence is not going to be out there, but there is one number 1 overall pick who probably will get a couple snaps tonight, and that is Travon Walker. Even if he only plays 4 snaps in this game, I am excited to see that. I think the rest of the country and every NFL fan will also be excited to see that. By all accounts, he has looked fantastic in training camp, and now we get to see Jacksonville's number 1 overall pick on the field against another team, and we'll get to see what he's made of. Look, I think the Jags raised a few eyebrows when they made this pick, and so now this is going to be our first chance to see if he's any good. So I'm excited to see Travon Walker on the field.
Walker's moment to get out there and show what he's capable of. All right, odds for tonight have the Raiders as the -2.5 point favorites. What's your prediction for this evening's Hall of Fame game? What do you got?
I will first say I do not love predicting Hall of Fame games, preseason games. They're tough to predict.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like I said, Josh McDaniels going back to his hometown. This is a homecoming game for him. I actually think he wants to win this game, as bizarre as that sounds for a head coach in a preseason game. So I am not picking against the guy playing in front of his hometown. I am going to take the Raiders to cover the 2.5 points.
Love it. All right, thanks, John. Hall of Fame game kicking off tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern at the Hall of Fame Stadium. You know who will be watching that one? Our Pick Six guys. They're going to keep you posted on everything that you need to know in about 30 minutes or less on their podcast. Their latest pod focused on the major news around the Dolphins and their tampering with Tom Brady and Sean Payton. And then the guys looking at some burning questions for the NFC East. You got to check it out today.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.